Welcome back to the channel. In today's review, I'm reviewing the 2023 Ford Maverick XLT with all-wheel drive. Starting price for the Maverick is at $24,455. This one stickers for $30,010. This is basically a bargain pickup truck, and to me, it reminds me of a smaller version of the F-150. If you guys are looking to purchase a Ford vehicle, be sure to check out Lorenzo Ford here in Homestead, Florida, and ask for Gene. He will get you into your next vehicle. Looking at the exterior styling here for the Ford Maverick, this is the XLT with all-wheel drive, like I mentioned, and this one is painted in the cactus gray exterior paint with the black painted trim throughout this vehicle. Looking at these headlights here, the upper portion here is for the daytime running light. This is incandescent turn signal with the multi-style full LED headlights here with an automatic low and high beam. I like the nice design here to the actual grille with a different pattern or look to the actual grille. There's a Ford emblem front and center. There's more black painted trim at the low part of the bumper. There's no fog lights here on the Maverick. And this vehicle does compete against the Hyundai Santa Cruz, so it's in this compact truck segment here if you guys don't like full-size truck or even the mid-size trucks. You guys want something smaller to fit in the city life. Looking at the side profile, this has a 121.1 inch wheelbase with an overall length of 200.1 inches. So it's right on par with the Santa Cruz in this segment, if not bigger or smaller. And this vehicle does offer 9.4 inches of ground clearance. Looking at the wheels here, these are a 225/60 Continental tire. The wrapped in is 17-inch. I like the nice gray finish to the wheel design. It looks really nice, especially with this cactus gray exterior paint. There's more black painted trim at the lower part of the rocker panels there. That's the XLT badge here on the side fender with this black painted mirror cap, more black painted trim around the window wells, even on the door handles. And it's not like a full-size truck where the cab is actually separated from the bed. It's all one continuous piece. I think there's like a 4.5 foot bed or so. Looking at the taillights here, they're gonna be an incandescent design, which is a turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. It says Maverick here on the actual tailgate. There's a Ford emblem there with the backup camera. And it also has all-wheel drive, like I mentioned. There's your 7 and 4 pin connector, and Ford says this vehicle can tow 2,000 pounds properly equipped. And letting down the tailgate, guys, keep in mind this tailgate is not dampened, so it will fall down, but keep in mind you guys can do an aftermarket accessory to let it lower a little softer. There's some tie down points back here, and my model does come with this rubber mat here. I'm pretty sure Ford doesn't offer a spray and bed liner from the manufacturer, if I'm not mistaken. Unlocking this, it does reveal some storage in the inside of that compartment there. But overall, the Maverick does have some nice design cues that I like better than the actual Santa Cruz. Sitting in the interior of the Ford Maverick here, as you guys can see, this interior is very well laid. I like the nice materials that Ford uses, also the nice color scheme throughout this vehicle with the nice orange accents. Looking at the door panel materials really quick, this nice rubber material here. There's your lock controls, unlock controls there. This black painted door handle. The switch gear here feels really high quality, and there's your mirror adjustment controls with a nice exposed screw head throughout this vehicle. There's your trailer brake control here, which Ford says this vehicle can tow 2,000 pounds. There's the light for the bed. Your headlight controls are here. Manual tilt and telescoping wheel. It offers good range and adjustability. And there's your hood latch down there with the storage space and cup holder space here. But shutting the door here, the door sounds very solid. And to start up the vehicle, I forgot, guys, this vehicle has a switchblade key. Just stick it into the ignition and turn it away from you, and that starts the Maverick right up. You're greeted by the analog and this helper screen here front and center to show you different things. They let you know when the door is open. There's your speed, your trip information. There's a graphic of the Mavericks. When your phone's connected, your audio is off and whatnot, and your driver's assistance. This vehicle does have forward collision warning. The materials on the dashboard are going to be a nice, decent material. More orange accented trim here throughout the air vents here. The steering wheel here does feel nice to hold in my hand. It also wears the Ford logo here on the airbag cover. Over here is for your controls for the voice and to answer the phone and whatnot. You can customize this helper screen like I showed you guys front and center. And your cruise control is over here, and the volume buttons off to the side here. There's a 3-spoke wheel design, once again with the Ford logo on the airbag cover. Looking at the Apple Carplay here, it does support Apple Carplay and Android Auto. The screen here is a pretty decent size. I wouldn't expect a bigger screen, because look how this vehicle is set up as a compact truck here. So it still has a good size to the screen. There's some storage here, storage up here. Nice storage compartments throughout this vehicle. It also has single zone climate control. More storage down here. My iPhone 14 Pro Max does fit. There's a Type C and Type A port right here for the USB ports. Putting the vehicle into reverse, there's this rotary knob here. As you guys can see, it does have trajectory with distance markers. You can zoom in and out just in case you guys are looking to tow anything with this vehicle. Like I mentioned, Ford says this vehicle can tow 2,000 pounds with a 1,500 pound payload capacity. And there's a low mode here, and you switch it over to the right to go into drive, and to go into park you switch it back over to the far left. There's 2 cup holders here, more storage. Click this button here is for your drive mode selector, which shows you normal, tow haul, slippery, eco, and sport. So it's 5 different drive modes here in the Maverick. There's an automatic start stop button, auto hold, and this is for your traction control. There you guys can turn it on and off. Like I mentioned, this one does have all-wheel drive. This center armrest here is nicely padded, and it does reveal a good amount of storage in there. More storage here. The seats in here, they're supportive and comfortable. I like the nice two-tone look to the seats with the beautiful orange stitching with the navy seats here. It's really nice. Above me, you have tons of headroom here. And this is the sunglass holder here with the LED lights throughout the cabin, which is really premium and so forth. You can also turn them on and off via that switch there. Looking at the glove compartment, it does offer lots of storage in there as well. And there's some exposed screw heads here. So the interior of the Maverick is going to be really useful, especially if you guys are looking to make this your daily driver, which this vehicle can basically be used as. Let's talk about the interior space here for the Ford Maverick. Even though this is a compact truck, this vehicle still offers tons of interior space. As you guys can see here, like I mentioned also, I love the nice materials that Ford uses throughout this vehicle, especially with the nice color interior here. Looking at the door panel materials, it's going to be the same material from the front, nice rubber material with this black painted door handle here. I like the nice orange accented trim with the exposed screw heads, with the switchgear, which feels really nice. There's this recycled like material here. It's going to be nicely padded here. There's some storage and cup holder space in the actual door pocket. Like I mentioned also, this vehicle does offer 9.4 inches of ground clearance. Pull this tab here, you can also lift up the floor here to reveal some underfloor storage, which is very deep. So it is just like its bigger sibling, which is a Ford F-150. That's why I call it a mini Ford F-150. But getting inside this vehicle does offer tons of foot space. Ford says this has 36.4 inches of legroom space. As you guys can see, I have tons of legroom space back here to get comfortable. There's 2 USB ports here, a household outlet, a little bit of storage here. You guys can have a GoPro mount, if I'm not mistaken. There's also one mat pocket back here for storage. Above me is going to be full LED lights throughout the cabin. You also have tons of headroom space throughout this vehicle. And there's this grab handle here. And you can open up this rear glass here. It's a manual opening feature there. As you guys see, it lets more light and air into the cabin here. You can also lock it back just by doing that. You can also fold the seats down here just in case you guys are looking to have a flat surface in this vehicle. Pulling this armrest down here does reveal 2 cup holders. Overall, the Maverick, it does feel a little bit more spacious than what Ford says. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Ford Maverick. This is Ford's 2-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder. This powertrain makes 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. It's also paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. As the Maverick sits here, this vehicle weighs in at 3,800 pounds because it has that all-wheel drive system. And keep in mind, the Ford Maverick still remains front-wheel drive, but all-wheel drive is available. Towing capacity is at 2,000 pounds with a payload of 1,500 pounds. Let's talk about fuel economy here for the Ford Maverick here. Let's open up the fuel door. Ford says this is rated to get 22 in the city, 28 on the highway, and 24 combined. So I'm behind the wheel of the Ford Maverick. This is my first time ever driving the Maverick. So this has Ford's 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, making 250 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with a 8-speed automatic transmission. The ride quality of this vehicle, it rides freaking fantastic. It doesn't even feel like I'm driving a truck, if I'm being honest with you. And this does have the underpinnings of the Ford Escape. So it does have that crossover-like feel to it, which is not a bad thing, but the vehicle does ride very smooth. And it does have different drive modes. It has 5 different drive modes in this vehicle, like I showed you guys from the inside scene. The materials in this vehicle are really high quality. I like the nice orange accents, the beautiful navy interior here with the cactus gray exterior paint. Ford did a really good job here with the Maverick here. It looks really nice. I like the exterior styling. To me, it reminds me of a mini version of the F-150. So it's a popular seller for Ford, believe it or not. And I think some owners still haven't even gotten their Maverick as of this filming because it's just in high demand. But this vehicle rides really good and whatnot. It has great sight lines, really good visibility out this vehicle as well. Well, even at the back, the sides, and the front, this does have blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, a cruise control. So I have all the nice driver's assistance tech that you guys are looking for from Ford. The materials, once again, are really good. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto on the screen. It's a pretty good sized screen in here. Large storage compartments throughout this vehicle. And Ford says this vehicle has a payload of 1,500 pounds with, and you can also tow up to 4,000 pounds if you guys get the tow package, but the standard Maverick can do 2,000 pounds. But if you guys are looking for a hot seller from Ford, I think the Maverick is gonna fit that bill. After spending time with the Ford Maverick, this vehicle offers a good ride quality. I like the nice interior with the different colors. The exterior styling looks really good. This is a mini version of the F-150. It's a hot seller for Ford as of this filming. I hope you guys have enjoyed this full review here on the Ford Maverick. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at Drive1Reviews. Hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications, and I will see you all in the next video.